Hello! The topic for today is travel and holidays. We'll do some pre-reading activities, after-reading activities, and then we will deal with some word collocations and phrasal verbs. Let's start. Here we have a pre-reading task. Look at the picture, please. How do you think you would feel if you would be there? Here we have some words to predict the context of the text. That is one of the best techniques if you want to paraphrase or to keep in your mind what you're going to read about. Check the words or phrases in the list. It's thunder, plunge into, natural wonders, unique experience, tourist attraction, and name. Can we use 5 of them to complete the gaps in the sentences here? Let's try together. Victoria Falls is in Africa, is one of the 7 natural wonders of the modern world. Livingstone named the waterfall after his wife. Every minute, 200 million liters of water plunge into a gorge. You can hear the water make a noise like thunder even when you are kilometers away. A visit to the waterfalls is a unique experience. As you might have guessed, the reading part is about the Victoria Falls in Africa. Which of these sentences do you think is true about Victoria Falls? Let's read and check together. Okay, let's look at the reading text. As you might see, there are some missing sentences in the text. The best way to find which sentences are missing is to find a chronological order in which the events take place and follow the logics of the text. Let's see first what are the sentences that are missing in the text. Okay, have a look at the sentences. Request is: read the text and fill in the gaps with the correct sentence. Mind that one sentence is extra. Have a look at the sentences. Okay, now let's go back to the reading text to complete it with the missing sentences. Okay, let's start reading. The thundering smoke. Before the exploration of Africa in the 19th century, myths and legends circulated around Europe about the continent. Europeans knew very little about this vast mass of land, as few travelers had ever dared venture into its mysterious interior. One enthusiastic explorer by the name of Dr. David Livingstone was passionate about Africa and extremely eager to discover its secrets. Little did he know what marvels he would find. Dr. Livingstone was sent to South Africa in 1840 as a medical missionary. He would end up spending a large part of his life there. Between 1842 and 1846, he explored South and Central Africa and became the first European to travel across the entire country west to east. On 16 November 1855, Dr. Livingstone stumbled upon a huge waterfall. He described it as the most wonderful sight he had seen in Africa. No one can imagine the beauty of the view from anything witnessed in England. It had never been seen before by European eyes. But scenes so lovely must have been gazed upon by angels in flight, he later wrote. The waterfall was known to the local people as the smoke that thunders, but Livingstone named it Victoria Falls after his queen. Victoria Falls is located in the national park of the same name in southern Africa on the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. While it is neither the highest nor the widest waterfall in the world, it is the largest. The waterfall itself is 1,708 meters wide and 1,008 meters in height. This makes it the biggest single sheet of falling water on the planet. Every minute, 500 million liters of water plunge 100 meters into a narrow gorge. The spray from the falls rises to a height of 400 meters and can be seen up to 50 kilometers away. The waterfall is undoubtedly one of the most magnificent natural spectacles in the world. Consequently, it has become a very popular tourist attraction. Victoria Falls is considered one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. A visit to this place is a truly unique experience. The noise from the water falling sounds like thunder, and the air above it seems as it is filled with clouds of smoke. Spectacular rainbows form in the skies above it in all seasons, and the natural beauty of the surrounding area adds even more to its magnificence. Around 300,000 people visit the falls every year. All stand before the falls in awe, just as Dr. Livingstone did over 150 years ago. Now, after we read the text, let's go on with reading comprehension. Let's answer some questions about the text. First of all, why did Dr. Livingstone go to Africa? He went to Africa because he was passionate about it and eager to discover its secrets. The second one, why did he call the waterfall Victoria Falls? He named the falls after his queen. And the last question, why did the locals call it the smoke that thunders? They call it so because of the noise that the water makes and the clouds that seem to appear above the waterfalls in all seasons. Now let's do some vocabulary practice. All the words that you see here were in the text. How can we replace the underlined expressions and words in the sentences with the ones that appeared in the text? Let's start. Dr. Livingstone was passionate about Africa. Passionate means it had strong feelings. In Europe, strange stories circulated about the continent. Here, circulated was spread. In 1700s, much of the interior of Africa was unfamiliar to the Europeans. Interior means the center of the country. His visit to the waterfall encouraged him to write a novel. Here, encouraged is inspired synonymous. It was unlike anything they had ever witnessed. Here, witness is seen synonym. The men told fantastic stories about what they had seen in the jungle. Fantastic here, we have the meaning unbelievable. And the last one, they can't wait to experience the marvels of Africa. The marvels here is the word wonders. Phrasal verbs. As we have mentioned before, phrasal verbs are verbs that are made up of 2 or more words. First is the verb, and then is 1 or more particles. Today, we'll do some exercises on the phrasal verb that has come as a verb and some of the particles and their meanings. Come up with something. It means that you think of an idea or come with a solution to a problem. Come up, it means that something happens or comes unexpectedly. Come out is something that is published or is released for sale. Come on to by somebody is to try to seduce someone or flirt with him or her. To come across means that you have the impression of being this way. Another meaning of come across something is that you find something totally by chance. Come down with something has the meaning of becoming ill, and come in is be introduced as a law or as legislation. Let's do some practice now. Complete the sentences with the correct particles. While I was on holiday, I came an old school friend, which is the phrasal verb that has the meaning meet by chance. It came across. Let's go on. He didn't enjoy his weekend break because he become ill, means came down with measles. Think of which is the phrasal verb, if you remember, that has the meaning to think of. She came up with the idea for the story while she was visiting Victoria Falls. And to inherit, they came into a huge fortune, which included 2 hotels when their uncle passed away. As a homework assignment, by reading the text once again, you'll try to write a synonym, an opposite, a definition, or a sentence for the following words to show that you understand their meaning in the text. You might use your own words, and if you want, later you might consult the dictionary. Thank you very much for your attention.